Hello everybody and welcome back to Automation, the car company tycoon game, and of course later in the video BeamNG.Drive. Today we're going to be building sort of a coupe SUV similar to the Volkswagen Tiguan X and many other models that we've seen lately. I'll put a few pictures up on screen to give you guys an idea. Anyways, then probably not very surprisingly, we're going to be using this body. This is a 5-door, I believe, sedan body. There we go. From 2009, and this is what we're going to be using to create this build. As I already said, it's going to be largely kind of based, I suppose, on the Volkswagen Tiguan X. So yeah, I guess we can get right in. So we're going to go for a fully aluminum panel material, I think. Steel is going to be a bit too heavy. And I think we can afford aluminum for this. So we're going to go monocoque and actually glued into aluminum as well, because we want to keep this quite light, because it is supposed to be a coupe SUV. So, you know, we'll go front longitudinal, and then we'll go for a McPherson strut, because we can, well, because cheap, I guess, and a double wishbone. So, as for the engine, I'm thinking around 200 horsepower. And we'll see where we get. So we'll go inline 4, and probably just cast iron for the engine then. Won't spend any extras on that, and I think probably around an 8.1 liters. So that looks about good. And then where can I get that at? Okay, that's an 8.1 liter. That's 1.8 liter. That is what I was trying to say. Overhead cam, 4-valve, and we are going to go for an aluminum head here. We're just going to go for forged, like probably just forged and lightweight forged internals, harmonic dampener, or else the engine will completely collapse. Then right over here I want to pump one quality into that. I want to rev to about 7200, and I think probably a compression of about 9.4 to 1. A little bit towards the high side there, but I think that's perfectly fine. It's not going to be electric. That would be cool if I would have done that. And this can probably go up to around 60. And the cam profile, maybe just like almost 70 for now. I'm not sure what to put them at. I have done some testing, and we'll obviously come back to that later. So we will actually turbocharge this just with one turbo. We want a smart boost here, and we just want this to be a small turbo, just like that. So let's configure this to, I think we don't want this to be too big. Also, that's actually maybe a little bit small. We'll go 62.5, and then this can probably get shrunk down a lot too. That seems pretty good to me. 1 bar is way too much. We'll go 0.5 bars. And this can also go down maybe quite a bit. I think I like that. Then 2 quality to make sure it doesn't explode, because that happens a lot, especially when I make turbos. We're going to go direct injection, and then we are going to go single on that, and we're going to go for performance mid intake manifold, and probably size that up like 15 or something like that. We will go premium fuel in this thing, and we can lower down the fuel mixture a bit, because you know, it's not an EV, so we need to watch the fuel consumption a little bit, don't we? We're gonna go turbo mid there. Leave that as is. Probably gonna want to increase the size of the exhaust by quite a lot, as it's only a single exhaust. And we're gonna go for a 3-way catalytic converter with baffled and reverse flow mufflers. And somehow that gives us 200.0 horsepower. So looking at this, I'm not gonna change that like at all. Well, I probably will actually. Probably can't keep my hands off of it. So let's move on to the rest of the car. So I'm gonna go with the all-wheel drive, because it is we are making a 2020 car here, guys. And advanced automatic 8-speed. Automatic, not good enough for this thing. It's almost kind of a coupe. What's the top speed of this thing actually? It says 259. Okay, we can gear it for a little bit of overdrive, I think. And because it's an advanced automatic, we can make the first gears a bit shorter. there, and I will give it a oh, it's already got the slight bit of rear bias. Look at that. That's beautiful. Might as well put, oh, what do we do here? I think really just electric LSD, right? We're gonna go radial's medium compound here. Let's see. Oh, yeah. So radium is, yeah, medium compound seems fine. 195s, I think we can just leave it at that. Don't need much more than that. We'll increase the size of those a little bit, probably 710, and then I'll increase the size of the rims by 1 as well. Can I do the spacing a bit? Because those seem... I'll probably move out the... oh, that's the rear actually. I'll probably move out the fenders a little bit to give it some flair. Right? I'm just going to leave it at steel rims. And I always like to put some quality in the tires, because that you can't go wrong with that. I'm going to go for some vented discs. We are going to go 2 pistons though. And let's just, pop on these brakes. Not too big actually. There we go, that seems pretty good. Actually, that's a bit large for the rear. Don't want these to be too expensive, and they are vented discs. So put that down a little bit for the comfort. There we are. An under tray, do we want an under tray? No, we do not. Cooling flaps, I'll take those. I'm gonna put a tiny spoiler on it. I am not gonna enable active aero though. Turn that down and that up to hopefully reduce our drag coefficient by a little bit. A 5-seater seems perfectly fine to me. We're going to go actually for a premium interior and a premium HUD. It's 2020 and you're getting an SUV, a coupe SUV, SUV coupe, whatever you want to call it. That's supposed to be 5. There we go. So we are going to go for premium. You want that big screen to stretch all the way across the car. Electric steering, I don't think we need launch control on this thing. It isn't ridiculous. So standard 20 safety, I'm going to give it 20 safety because, kind of want this to be slightly generic, not overly cheap, not overly expensive, right? That's also why we're going to go for active comfort steering, adaptive, and just passive sway bars, because that's the only choice we have. And there we are. We got stuff with the suspension. Let's just give it a normal tune for now, and we'll have to see how that works out in BeamNG. Got a nice steering curve there, like that. Maybe just want to increase the sway bars a little bit, because just to get that roll angle down slightly. And is that good? Maybe a little bit higher, just something like that. So it can actually identify as a SUV, maybe, almost, kind of. I think it looks cool. Basically, let's just check out a few stats and then we'll go ahead and design it. So these are all due to change, around $33,500. That's basically exactly where I want this. I'm very happy with that, and fuel economy is kind of bad, but I'll see what I can do about that. And you're not buying the most expensive car, so go cry about it, I guess. What do we weigh? We weigh 1,400 kilograms. That's a bit less than 3,000 pounds. So that's really reasonable, actually. Pretty happy with that as well. So then I suppose I'll just go ahead and design this. This is the Guinea Pro Move SFL, and I really hope that you guys enjoyed that time lapse. So let's go over the design here, a little bit of this car. So we got a bit of a hood bulge there. Hood was a bit flat. I didn't know what to do with it. You probably saw me struggle in the time lapse. I ended up settling for this. I think it looks fine. I know though, I always would like to hear your constructive criticism down in the comments below. So we got a big grill in the front here, but you know, it's 2020. Big grills aren't that cool unless you're driving a truck. So kind of block those off with whatever this fixture is. I'm not sure what it is or what its intended use is, but it looks quite cool here. And just a number plate there, and a little bit of a skid, well, not really a skid plate, but more grill down there, I suppose, right? So as for the headlights, we got, on the grill, we actually have a double light bar, top and bottom, really fond of that. And then we also just have a pretty generic LED light stuff in the headlights as well. We got the blinkers, as you can see, right in the lights there. Kind of opposite mirroring these regular headlights, and we got the blinkers on the mirrors too. Sides really generic. We do have a sunroof, and it's the inside's looking kind of empty. All my cars are empty on the inside. So basically, what we got here is we got the blinkers in the rear, as you can see. I think I revamped the entire rear end with the lights like 3 times or something. You probably saw in the time lapse. So we got the brake lights here, which are basically just LED lines across there. Then we got the tail lights, which are lines across there. I'll turn these off so you can see it better. Basically a light bar across there, and then a slight outside on the reverse light, which is circular. As you can see, you got the number plate in the rear, just got some UK license plates here. Got a slight bit of a fender flare here on the on the rear side. Dual exhaust. We only had one for the engine, but it has dual now. And basically I've changed very little of the stats, and for one of the first times my car has actually got a good weight distribution. Usually my cars have like a 70-30 weight distribution. It's terrible. This one has a good weight distribution, and we cost $33,500, which was the cost we had before as well. I think I only just slightly changed the size of the brakes, wheel offset a little bit, but for the rest, that's absolutely fine. I'm going to go ahead and import this into BeamNG. So here we are in BeamNG.Drive, and I like the way this thing's exported. I like the color as well. Let me know what you think of it. The black trim. Anyways, let's drive it. And let me tell you guys, I really like the advanced automatic on this thing. I've turned ESC off for now because who needs ESC, obviously, right? Oh my god, the wind is getting very loud. I'm not sure why the wind is this loud, but I hope it's not that loud for you guys. Anyways, it drives really, really well. I quite like it. And once we're down here, we're gonna do a 0 to 60 test. And oh my god, once again, the wind is screaming in my ears. I don't know what's going on. I hope you guys can still hear me. We're almost down here, and you can see it drives really nicely. Tops out at around somewhere near the 200s. You know, it really stops accelerating fast there. Okay, we're at a standstill. Here we go. Bam! That was the go or something, I guess. Here in Utah, we got the 0 to 60 in 6.13 seconds, and let me tell you guys, it'll probably not get much better than that. That's probably just about the best we're gonna get in this thing. Maybe a sub 6.1. Well, we'll get. I don't even think we'll get a sub 6 on a prepped surface. If we head to the drag strip, we'll probably get something like a 6.02 or something like that, but not anything below a 6. So that's pretty good. I'm happy with that. Let's so that's pretty good. I'm happy with that. Now let's head back here because we are not in Utah. without a reason, guys. Not like I'm here like basically every video, but this is also, we already crashed. This is also supposed to be an this is supposed to be like a coupe SUV, right? So we already lost our exhaust, but that wasn't the functional one either way, so it doesn't, dude. It doesn't have a lot of ground clearance, but that's good. It's fine. It's fine. So we're gonna drive it here. Ooh, you can really hear that turbo. Well, I can. Maybe you can't. And we're just gonna drive it here and see how it does. Here, just on a little bit of this off-road part, and once we've done that, we'll head over to the automation test track. Because obviously we do kind of have to test the SUV, I guess, part of this vehicle. It's a very good SUV, as you can see. Basically, we need more ground clearance in the front, but that's fine. It doesn't matter. Here we are on the automation test track racing this coupe SUV right here. And I have ESC on because I forgot to turn it off, and because I'm otherwise going to be here for an hour. I really think I probably need ESC for this. Anyways, I'm wondering what kind of time we're going to get. We should be able to at least get a sub 230. This is not the fastest car ever. It is a pretty nice car to drive. The handling is great. It's just the acceleration, which is not as fast as some other cars. Especially as you get to some higher speeds. So at low speeds, slow acceleration. So right now it's fine. As we get to like maybe 5th gear, it starts slowing down a lot. We got 8 gears on this thing. Let's go. That was the ESC kicking in. That's why I usually don't have it turned on. But okay. We're driving now on the straight here. I wonder if we can reach 200. Even though we're going downhill, I'm going to shoot for it. Yep, there we go. We hit it. Pretty happy about that. That was fantastic. And because I'm going less fast than I'm used to here, we can basically just keep on cruising. And the brakes on this thing, I'm pretty happy with the brakes. They do their job. And for a car like this, I'm definitely very happy with them. So, yeah, there we go. Brakes are kind of small. Like, automation said there wouldn't be any issues, which I was kind of surprised about, because I basically just tuned them to what automation said was good for the brakes. So they are quite small, so I hope we don't get any brake fade. You know, we probably won't. Anyways, it is looking like a sub 230. Kind of approaching the end of the track here, and I was stopping way too early there. I keep forgetting that this isn't an extremely fast car, and that I don't even have to be that careful. Anyways, I slightly misjudged, and it's probably not going to be a sub 230 anymore. It is going to be a pretty decent time. Something around a 230 was probably what I was shooting for here. And probably with a bit more practice, a few more laps, we should definitely be able to do that. Started braking a bit too early a few of the times, but you know, we're looking pretty fine. It's the 6th time out of 7, because since this map got revamped, all my times being removed, so I only have a few times here. So right here we have we beat a truck that ChatGPT built with, I think, like 350 horsepower, and we lost to it as well. It is 2 times here. We lost to a truck, so basically we're in last place, because this is both the exact same vehicle. And for the rest, we only kind of have sports cars on there, to be honest. So, you know, that's pretty good. Quite happy with that. The car does not look so happy though. I hope you are happy, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, consider hitting the like button, and if you didn't, then why are you still here? I know you enjoyed, that's why you're still here. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again in the next one. Bye bye.